So I'm really excited to share with everyone my guest, Jada from Simple Green Smoothies, who has had and shown amazing success using Instagram as one of her social media tools. And I wanted to share with everyone how you have been creating content and what your strategies have been. So I have some questions that I wanted to ask you, and and you can certainly throw in anything in it, outside of these questions as well. Sound good?
Awesome.
Okay. So for starters, how long ago did you start using Instagram?
July of last year, so 1 year.
So you've been on 1 year. And what was the reason that you got on Instagram? What prompted that?
My friend, who actually has over 600,000 followers on Instagram now, um, really encouraged me to start an Instagram. We were writing a green smoothie ebook, and she thought it would be a good platform for us to kind of get on there. And I was like, not another social media. Like, I just,
Right.
I'm a mom, I have a 6-year-old daughter, and I really didn't want to start another social media profile. But she just really suggested that I do it. People are really into health and food on Instagram. So I kind of played with it and started an Instagram account, and definitely followed some strategies that she suggested, and our following grew really rather quickly. In 6 months, we had 30,000 followers on Instagram, and now we have over 177,000 in a year.
Okay, so I'm looking at your account right now. So I'm so blown away by that following ratio compared to how many posts that you've put up.
Yeah, yeah.
So what's the strategy that you're using for that conversion rate? Because you have 262 photos that you've uploaded, but you have 178,000 followers.
Yeah, I always find it interesting that we don't have a lot of posts compared to a lot of people who have thousands of posts and a lot less followers. But really, one of our biggest things is being very consistent in the kind of value that we add every time we do post, and also how our Instagram feed looks.
Yeah.
So it's very, very consistent. I look at it as like a canvas, like it's art.
Absolutely.
So, a lot of social media platforms suggest, adding your personal self into it, where we really use Instagram as providing just consistent value to our audience. So giving them exactly what they want. They want beautiful photos with recipes and health tips. And so we're very, very consistent with that. So we're not like showing pictures of us hanging out at the club, drinking, or like, hey, look at my daughter. We'll throw in a personal photo every now and then, but really, if new people come to our page, they know it's more than just a personal social media feed.
Absolutely. So I, as the Instagram gal, I'm giving you like A++ on that total, consistent, delicious canvas branding that you talk about. For those people listening, Simple Green Smoothies is the handle name. Sorry,
Yes.
because you also have Green Smoothie as your bio name. But if people want to search you, they search Simple Green Smoothies. But
Yes.
To your point, I absolutely love the rock star photo and then that recipe strategy. And the other thing that I teach so many of my clients is really coming up with those relevant hashtags, which you do such a beautiful job at curating. And on top of that, you're getting great engagement, not just the likes, but you're getting the comments as well.
Yeah.
What I want to ask you is, do you guys, well, first of all, how many times a day are you uploading a photo on Instagram?
Okay. So right now we're in the middle of a 30-day green smoothie challenge. So we're posting 1 to 2 times a day. But when we're not doing the challenge, it's usually like 2 times a week.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And so our social media following could be growing so much more if we were posting 2 to 4 times a day spread out throughout the day. But it's just, I really try to choose balance and being with my family and not being plugged in all the time.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. So
To that point, and you have a little one, so I totally get it and understand that time is your most valuable possession. So I post at least 4 times a day. One of those posts is a video, and at least one of them I post and share to Facebook.
right.
So I wanted to talk with you a little bit about your strategy on reaching the other platforms, because one of my favorite features about Instagram is that you can reach multiple platforms
Absolutely.
in under a minute with a post by posting to Facebook and Twitter. And I was on your website and I couldn't find your social share buttons on the homepage. Am I not looking at the right place? I just wanted to make sure. I know I'm following you on Facebook, but I want to make sure I was following you on Twitter as well.
Right. Yeah, we don't have Twitter. I've actually tried to start a Twitter, and none of the names really matched up. Like Simple
Gotcha.
Green Smoothies was too long, and then people had like shorter versions. So we just kind of, and I'm not a Twitter girl, so
Okay. Okay, I might convert you later.
Yeah,
But we
totally.
can have a conversation offline about that.
And there
So,
are people using Simple Green Smoothies hashtag on Twitter. I've seen it, and I was like, oh, interesting. But
right,
and
right.
people try to tag us in places, and we're definitely
Good.
not hanging out there. So
Yeah, so following that hashtag on Twitter would definitely be smart if you have the time and you're always trading time for content or whatever other things that you
right,
need to do. So I totally get that. Um, how many are you posting to Facebook? Are you
yes.
sharing to Facebook?
Yes. So every photo that I post on Instagram, I do the instant share onto Facebook, and I absolutely love that. Just recently, when you put a URL in, the link is live on Facebook, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's a great feature. That is an
Because that
awesome.
was not, it would just disappear before. It would just
Yeah,
be like, click here, and then they would completely delete
right.
the
The URL.
domain. I'm
Yeah,
like,
well, it's
click
about time
there.
because Facebook bought Instagram, so you think they'd be happily married and integrated. So, yeah, I totally agree. That's a huge feature. Um, so, are you seeing that you get more engagement on your Facebook post or on your Instagram post? Because, again, one of the things I teach in my boot camp is definitely make sure that you share to Facebook, because there's a different network of people hanging out on Facebook than on Instagram, and you never know who's going to see that post. And in your situation, especially since it's such a delicious, high content, instructional post, that you might have friends on and fans on Facebook that have not yet found you on Instagram or on Instagram. So I'd like to hear like where you're getting your most conversation, and how you handle all that
Right.
and manage that.
The engagement is pretty similar. We get a lot of comments on both platforms, and one of our strategies is we love our customers to pieces. So we respond to every comment, and that's on Instagram and Facebook, our website comments. So from the beginning, even when it was just like 3 followers, we would really engage with our community, and
Yes.
maintain that even though we've grown on both platforms a lot. So.
Yeah. So, just a side note. So, did you just do B School this past year, or are you an
Yes.
alum? Okay, so am I. So,
Yeah.
hail to the B School, right?
Yeah.
And it's such a great community, and I never would have found you had it not been for B School. So I love that I posted my like Insta result boot camp there, and then followed up with my free ebook, which is in the Kindle store for downloads. And I got a lot of B Schoolers downloading that, and I'm so glad that you did as well. So I just love seeing serious results, and I think of anyone that I know or that I've been observing, you clearly have the most followers. So I was really intrigued with what and how you did that. So I'm like, at this point, I just like to to hear from you if there's anything else you want to share with listeners, that for those that are newbies on Instagram, if you were to tell me your 3 or 5, if you have 5 strategies that a newbie should be focused on, what would those be?
One that I find really valuable, especially when you're a beginner, is being able to kind of micro guest post. So the same way that we do guest posting on websites, and actually we don't currently guest post on our websites, but with Instagram, people featured our photos. So kind of in our niche, you know, health and wellness, they could be a fitness Instagram or a healthy food Instagram, and they would just feature a photo of ours. So that allowed us to get their followers to come to our page and be like, yeah, I want to follow these healthy green smoothie recipes. So that was,
yes.
we don't do that so much now, but in the beginning that really helped us increase our followers was when people who had a couple thousand followers, 20,000 followers would feature our photos and tag us.
Ah, gotcha. Did you notice, did anyone use the app Repost, or are you seeing your...
We don't, I haven't used it. I know it's a new one that's out.
Yeah.
I'm kind of playing old school and just, you know, coasting on our community now.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if other people are reposting us or not.
Yeah, so I'll definitely repost one of yours so that people in my feed can see that. But the beautiful thing about the Repost app, which by the way is free, is when you see an Instagram photo or image that obviously that you want to endorse and share, right, the Repost app makes it really easy to do that, and that within the repost, your username and icon shows up. So it's a really great way to promote those in your network. So I'm going to do one of yours on my feed so that people can see it after this interview for sure. So that was number one. So I didn't want to interrupt you, but I just wanted to ask.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the second is kind of going back to where I started, was really making your Instagram a canvas. So a lot of people could see our featured post and then come to our page and see a whole bunch of random inconsistent images, and they wouldn't have a really compelling reason to follow. So making sure that every post photo is beautiful and kind of deleting the fugly ones. So maybe you want to post a really important fact or feature somebody just, you know, to give them some love, but it doesn't really line up with your consistent branding, then just delete it after a couple of hours.
Gotcha.
So that your photo does stay beautiful. And that's another reason why our photos could stay pretty low as well.
Yeah.
Is deleting photos that don't fit with the overall theme.
I totally agree, and it's so funny that you described it that way, because that's exactly how I feel about my Pinterest feed. That when you land on my profile, that consistent branding, rock star photos, shouts, you know, Scooby-Doo, Preppy Store, Cape Cod, Madras, Seersucker, that whole look and feel.
Right.
So I get that, and I like that you're carrying it over to Instagram. And I shake things up by doing a little bit of everything, because I am kind of in three different places with my businesses. So I do that personal, I do that dog, I do that product, I show a little bit of the Instagram gal, but I think it shows the variety of me understanding how to use Instagram as a tool. And for you, it's so visually compelling and brings me in. So you absolutely, I hear what you're saying, and I think it's wonderful.
Yeah, and then the third thing would be to really increase engagement with your audience is using a call to action. So I think a lot of people don't necessarily do that, but if I don't give them a call to action, they won't comment.
Right.
But if I do, finding kind of what one thing that they respond to really well. So for us, it's comment in the, you know, below with the recipe that you had today. What green smoothie are you sipping on today? And that one always has amazing engagement, just because it's so easy and exciting for someone to just kind of say, I had spinach and mango and pineapple, and they're just really excited to share. It's kind of like an accomplishment that they get to share out loud.
Yeah.
And with all of those comments, it increases people just asking questions. So it allows us to position ourselves as the green smoothie lifestyle experts, where we can kind of give them tips and engage with them that way. So call to actions, whether it's click on our link in our profile, post, you know, a recipe, share any tips, the green smoothie rockstar tips that you have. Just really getting that conversation going with your audience is super important. So those times when you do have a product or an offer, they're used to listening to what you have to say, and they kind of do it.
Yeah, that's so true. And that's like exactly what James Wedmore says when you do YouTube videos at the end. Like, make sure you have subscribe here, follow me there, tweet this, post that. People do it when you tell them. And if you don't tell them, they're much less likely to get engaged. So that's so true. And I love that you're doing that on every single post. So again, your consistency of your branding there is really amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So and so now share like your success as a business. So when did you launch this, and how long have you been in? And I know you have this fabulous opt-in page, which I was a part of. I just want to hear more about your business, and we can end with that.
Absolutely. So I actually started blogging in November 2011 with the parenting website, but we knew we wanted to write a green smoothie ebook because just that summer I had been introduced to them and I lost over 25 pounds just drinking one green smoothie a day. So then half a year later, we started our Instagram, Simple Green Smoothies, and kind of just using it as, a future promotion tool to promote our ebook once it's done. And we realized from our engagement from Instagram is that we didn't just have moms that were our target audience. Like everyone was really jumping on the green smoothie bandwagon. So we were just like, if we lead them to our parenting website, it is going to totally dilute the message. They're going to be like, why are these arts and crafts posts here? And just really, so it was a last minute decision to basically create a second website, which was obviously the best decision we could have made for our business. And so in November 2012, we launched our Simple Green Smoothie website, and we had over 30,000 followers by the end of December, and we decided to launch a free 30-day green smoothie challenge January 2nd, 2013. So that's when everything really took off. It was a message that was really easy to share with others and jump in, and obviously timing of the new year and wanting to be healthy. We definitely got in a good time, and we weren't sure if that message would last. We were like, let's do another challenge, but there's no way that our engagement is going to be the same. It's not the new year, and but it's absolutely not true. We have doubled our social media engagement, our email list every time we host our free 30-day green smoothie challenge. So we have over 137,000 email subscribers.
Wow, that's amazing.
Over 48,000 Facebook fans, 177,000 Instagram followers, and we launched our first ebook January 31st, which was right at the end of our first Green Smoothie Challenge. And in the first week, we generated $8,000 in sales on a $5 ebook.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
You totally trumped. Oh my gosh, that's insane. Because I have an ebook, but I don't have those numbers at all. Wow.
Yeah.
There's such a movement here with people wanting to take control of their health and fuel it with the best fuel there is. I'm a nutrition major, so I'm totally intrigued. Yeah, I didn't use it professionally, but I am totally intrigued with this movement and that you are such a leader and making so many people's lives healthier, myself included. I'm so I've definitely tried some of these smoothies and they're awesome. So I'm so excited for all your success. This is great. So just to let you know, I'm going to be launching an online course in September, and I would love to feature you as a case study within that course. And anyone taking the course will actually, see your branding and your fabulousness on your Instagram page. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Okay, great.
And you can share some more extra Instagram gal tips, because I'm sure I'm not even doing everything we possibly could. So.
Well, that's all in the Insta Bootcamp, which is on my website, SueBZimmerman.com. I have a tab called Sue Services. It's the first tab down. We just rebranded the page. I'd love to see your eyes on that. Just you can comment. But know that there are, just to let you know, people think that there's just 50 buttons, but there are 50 things that you could be doing in a very easy way, right on your handheld, on the go. So Instagram is my favorite social media platform because of how easy and instant you can get results, and you are a testament to that. So thanks so much for being a guest here today, and I can't wait to share this with all my fabulous followers.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, have a great day.